What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to the Eclipse workshop. This workshop, if it's your first time, welcome. This is a donation-based workshop, so I appreciate all of your support. There is a link below that you can donate to, and thank you, seriously. We do a lot of work, and I have a lot of people that I collaborate with and work with. We have a lot of staff, so yeah, thank you for your support. Um, okay, if this is not your first, you'll notice that this one is a little bit different. And I say that because eclipses, it's really a time during eclipse season to really just surrender, to allow the universe to sort of take over and support our pivot. There is a lot happening energetically in the sky, the astrology. Some of you could be feeling a little bit of frustration or excitement. You might be looking forward to things and at the same time feeling grief and sadness or stress or like pressure. Like that's normal. When I think about an eclipse season, it's like boiling water. It's like the universe is cranking up the heat and bringing up all of the shit that is not coming with you into the next chapter. So that means that your fears, limitations, anxieties, overthinking, if you have been just holding on to an old identity or stories that you don't need in this next chapter. And maybe some of you have already been actively working on clearing some of these, maybe your limiting beliefs or old fears or whatever. Well, all the work that we do with the normal new moon and the normal full moon, we have about 6 months to do the work with a normal new moon and full moon. It's about a 6 month cycle. And then every 6 months, we have eclipses. So right now, we are in that moment. We are having eclipses. There will be a few eclipses, and that is the opportunity for us to really pivot because all of the intentions we've been setting up until now, the past 6 months, maybe the past 2 years, all of those intentions that we've been setting, all of the things we've been intentionally clearing and letting go of, that is really building up energy until we hit the eclipse season. And then on and during the eclipse season, everything shifts. So, does that mean it's going to be a massive gradual shift for everyone? No. For some of you, absolutely 100%. But it's really important and interesting that you now are recognizing, like, wow, I've been investing my time, my energy into these things. Maybe it's a new mindset, maybe it's clearing out an old limitation or working through your nervous system regulation or whatever. And I think what's really interesting is that around eclipse season, you can really start to feel that the energy, that the emotions, that the patterning, it's shifting. And that's the moment that we're in. Some of you maybe don't notice it. It is happening, I promise. Some of you who are maybe a little bit more sensitive, or you can really sort of see and explore your inner mind and what's happening. Like I'm so fucking aware of like my patterns and what's happening and like just the energies and everything like that. So like right now, I'm feeling a lot of everything like grief, excitement, liberation, density, the frustration. My dreams are crazy. My body has like aches and pains and like different things that I'm like, I get this feeling in my chest that's like opening. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just trusting the process. So my suggestion to you would be trust the process. Okay. Um, and let me know if you're feeling anything because, like, what are you noticing happening, maybe even in your life? Because this is like last minute changes, surprises, revelations, new information, or whatever. So I like these energies. I like eclipse season because it really is a commitment to the change and things are happening. It's a new direction, but it doesn't always feel nice when we're in the middle of it. You know what I mean? So just trust the process. Okay, so today we're not going to focus on setting intentions like we normally do. I'm going to instead help you anchor your energy. So we're going to do a practice that helps you find more stability in maybe the chaos that some of you are experiencing, or if you're noticing that your mind is reeling, this will be a practice to help you clear your energy and to stabilize your mind and to ground into the earth. Okay. So, before we do that practice and before I help you clear your energy, I want to just talk about what's happening in the sky. So, first of all, we have this beautiful aspect with Venus and Mars. If you don't know what an aspect is, it just means how the planets relate. Don't get caught up and obsessive about like the language I'm using. Just focus on how to work with it. I'll always tell you how to work with it. So this combination between Venus and Mars right now, it's really helping us see how our desires are changing. And I want you to really pay attention to, sorry, I'm in a house right now in the south of Portugal with my family. I'm leaving to Italy, or sorry, Italy? Sign Italy today. So I'm packed and ready to go. Um, okay. I don't want you to feel like you have to force change right now. I want you to really recognize, especially because this is a full moon in Pisces, I want you to recognize what is like soft, what is like the quiet voice in the back of your mind, or that soft, sort of intuitive knowing that you're just like, I don't want to eat that, or I don't want to go there, or I don't want to talk with this person, or I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Friends, family, love, whatever, something about this dynamic, it's making me feel a little bit off. Like, I don't want you to gaslight yourself into being like, oh, okay, it's like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should stay. Maybe I should just wait a little bit longer and see if it changes. It's like, don't. Like, this, Jesus, this full moon in Pisces is highlighting us. It's a full moon in Pisces and it's an eclipse. So it's showing us what we need to let go of and what we are ready to shift. Now, those shifts, those suggestions from the universe, they're not always so loud. Of course, they can be, but there is like, okay, like yesterday, for example, my family, they ordered sushi, and like, I'm not supposed to be eating a few things right now because I'm trying this like elimination diet just to see whatever, how my body responds. And my point is, this was probably one of the first times in my life where like I looked at this food. I fucking eat everything and anything anytime. Like I looked at this food, it was like 9:30, it arrived late and like in the evening, and I remember just sitting there being like, I'm not eating that. And normally my body, my even if it's not like a strong addiction, it's just like food for me is a comfort. It's nice like for all of us to some degree, you know what I mean? So maybe you are also noticing where something you would typically do or someone who you would typically want to be around or some kind of decision you would typically make, a behavior, an impulse, an addictive tendency, whether it's strong or light or whatever. But there was just something inside me that was like, don't eat that. And I was like, I'm good. I'm actually good. And I had some like watermelon and like a few slices, was like perfect. I'm going to bed. So I just I know maybe that's not an amazing example for some of you, but what I noticed is the soft, subtle energies in the back just being like, no. And I was so at peace with that answer. I wasn't fighting myself because like I have, and maybe some of you can relate to this. I have a lot of problems like with authority. Like when authority is trying to tell me something, when there is a structure, a system, something that I'm like, that is so fucking stupid. I'm not following your stupid rule. Like that same like, that pushback against authority, I do that to myself sometimes when internally I hear my own authority be like, don't eat that. And I'm like, no, now I'm just going to eat it because you told me not to. It's like, no, bitch, like that's my own authority. So it's like my relationship with my own authority needs to change because that is my inner guiding system. And that isn't always loud like an external authority. But sometimes in the body we respond the same. You know what I mean? So I just want you to pay attention to if you're noticing things like that coming up for some of you also. I say that because Saturn has now retrograded back into Pisces. So Saturn is connected to authority, and we are really beginning to understand what sort of judgments, punishments, ideas, stories keep us stuck in the subconscious mind. And I say that because Pisces is connected to this full moon eclipse in Pisces. Pisces is connected to the things we don't see. It's our unconscious mind. It is our old fears, programs, limitations in the background that are running and always influencing who we are, how we show up, our decisions, what we do. So it's really important that we recognize Pisces is also connected to escapism and addiction. So it's like, where do you give your power away because maybe there's a system or a person or idea or a story outside of you? It's like, fuck that. We are so done with that. So I really want to just emphasize that this Eclipse in Pisces is helping us recognize where our unconscious patterns, again, for me in that example, it's like one of my comfort, one of my self-soothing techniques would be like, just grab something and eat it. Okay, fine. But like now, I'm like, wait, I actually don't want to do that. And that is how we literally shift our reality. So that is something that in some ways I've been working on over the past 6 months. And like yesterday, it literally just boom, it happened naturally. So I want you to notice what's happening naturally in sort of your energy, your emotions, and really applaud yourself. Like, this is a good time, you know? This is a good, helpful, supportive experience. I don't want to have any more of these like fear mongering conversations, like trying to punish people or scare people into change. Like, that's not sustainable change. Like, I want to change because I feel ready to. And I noticed that a few times with like my family, they drink like wine and things like that. So I'm just like, I don't want any wine. I haven't had any, none. I didn't want a beer. Part of me yesterday, I was sitting at dinner being like, oh, I would love a glass of wine right now. And then I really sat with it and I was like, then just give yourself that if you really want it. But then I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I kind of want it. I kind of don't want it. So if it's not a full body fuck yes, I'm not doing it anymore because I know that that's a different part of me, my psyche, something being like, come on, just have it, go for it, go for it. And I'm like, well, it's not a full body yes, so I'm not doing it, you know? And I want you to start to honor that part of yourself because that allows us to embody and bring structure to our soul. And that is what Saturn retrograding now in Pisces is going to help us do. How can we apply and actualize what our soul wants? Because Pisces is connected to the soul, and Saturn now in Pisces is connected to taking action aligned with the soul. You know what I mean? Um, okay. So the last thing I want to talk about is that Pisces is connected to the 12th house. It's the house in astrology that represents us being fully done with something. It doesn't mean that forever I'm gonna never drink again. Like, I don't know, maybe not. But right now there's a part of me that was just like, I'm good. I don't want to drink that wine, so I'm not going to. Cool. Okay. And I didn't. And that is now me honoring myself in a new way. And how are you doing this? The reason I'm giving you this example is because this will show up in your life in some way. So it's like the transcendence, the shift, the leveling up, that's new for me. I'm not going to eat that. I don't want to drink. I don't want to do these things. Okay, cool. Great. And I honored that. And that will literally stabilize in my field. My energy field will be upgraded to, it's not really an upgrade, but that's what I'm going to call it for this conversation. My energy field will be upgraded. That's my new normal. And that will expand for the next 6 months. So I want you to see really sort of what's happening for you and how it's showing up. Okay. Now, the cards that I got here, Six of Cups, we need to play more. We need to have more fun, connect to our internal creativity, get excited. I want you to do the things that you can do to help you liberate yourself and sort of bring you back to that inner childlike joy and curiosity, creativity, and expansion. Because a lot of us, as we were growing up, all of our family shit, all of society and the structures and school systems and all this shit. It was just sort of layered on top of us. And I feel like a lot of us sort of lost ourselves. And what I was noticing yesterday is like, part of me is grieving the loss of this current identity because I am now letting it go. And I am actually very excited to see who I am without all of these layers. But that's still, it's a heavy process, you know? Um, the other thing is that I have the sun here. So this was the past. So this is new ideas, new consciousness being illuminated. So we are seeing ourselves in a new way. The three of coins reverse is asking us to do that internal work so that we can develop that new sense of self. And the two of wands here is literally asking you to begin to dream again about who you are becoming and where you want to go without all of these layers. Okay. Now, we are going to invite you to close your eyes. We are really experiencing an unraveling, like all of these layers, these things that have tangled us, these cords, we are clearing them out right now. So that can feel a little bit chaotic and sort of like tumultuous at times. So I'm going to just guide you through a anchoring meditation. We're going to clear your energy, and then we're going to be done. So, like I said, this is a little bit different from our normal workshop because it's an eclipse, and that's a unique energy. But, anyways, we're going to do a practice now. So, I invite you to close your eyes, and as always, you can imagine a green fire burning in front of you on the ground. So just imagine this green fire, maybe take a deep inhale and exhale. And we're visualizing that green fire. And this green fire is going to it's going to clear everything that's not yours. So I want you to imagine you have a golden comb in your hand, or you can use your hands if you prefer. And I want you to just comb off everything that's not yours. Our body, our aura, our energy field, it picks up a lot of other people's energy, your parents, your friends, your lovers, collective energy. So I want you to just brush it off. Just set the intention that you are brushing off, you are clearing off, you are combing out all of that energy that is not yours. And I want you to toss it into that green fire. And make sure you get your back, your feet. You can just visualize it if you want. You don't have to actually like touch your body, but do whatever feels right for you. And I'm going to use a distance energy symbol to help clean up your energy field. So you just continue brushing it off, clearing off all of that energy, and just tossing it into that green fire. And now I want you to imagine that white light, it begins to pour down from above. Maybe it's like rain or a spotlight or a shower, whatever you see, however you imagine it, it's totally fine. But we want you to just see white light, that protective energy, that energy that is here to refuel you and recharge you. I want you to just let all of that white light pour on top of you and it just covers your body. And I want you to just take a deep inhale and allow all of that energy to fill your field. And I want you to take more of it. It is there for you to take. So take another deep breath, absorbing it. I'm going to use a distance energy symbol to help amplify that layer of protection and to add more of that fuel to charge us up. So keep inhaling, absorbing, taking more of it, all of that white light. And it's covering our full body. And as we inhale it, it goes into the body and it recharges us. It covers us in a protective energy field. Take more of it. Take one last breath and then exhale and fully relax. And now I want you to just notice maybe how your emotions, how your mind, like what has been happening? How have things been reacting to this eclipse season? Are you noticing that you're a little bit panicked? Or maybe some of you, maybe you got bad news or good news, or you're excited or you're fearful, or you need to move, or there's a lot happening, you need to change something. Just, I want you to just notice how that feels for 1 minute. Maybe it is a good feeling, maybe it's a stressful feeling, but just noticing it. And then I want you to imagine that kind of like a boat, you are on the water and you're safe, you're totally fine, but you're in this boat and all of that energy is, it's like the waves, it's like the water. So I want you to just see like, are those waves getting bigger? Are you getting sort of tossed around in this boat? Maybe it's strong winds and you feel like you're blowing all over the place. It's just, it can feel a little bit um, chaotic, or like there's a lot happening, there's a lot of change. Even if it's exciting, maybe there's a lot of things to think about. So I want you to just notice that that boat is bouncing around. And now I want you to imagine that you can see a big golden button. And I want you to press that button and an anchor, it drops out of the bottom of the boat and it lands on the seabed, and it creates a tight anchor, a tight cord for you to remain safe, for you to stop bouncing around. So I want you to take a deep inhale, and then when you exhale, I want you to focus all of your energy on that anchor, and I want you to feel that you begin to stabilize. So the boat is not bouncing around anymore. You are stable. And what's interesting about energy is that when you begin to stabilize yourself, everything around you also stabilizes. So now I want you to see that the water itself, the waves, everything just goes calm. Maybe there was wind. I want you to feel that that wind settles and stops. Maybe the sky was dark or there was a feeling of anxiety. I want you to feel that anxiety, that panic clear. I want you to see that sky clear. It's a perfect blue sky, and the sun is out, and the water is calm, and the boat is still, and the anchor is strong, and you are tightly bound and anchored into the seabed, into the boat. Everything remains calm and still. Now, I want you to take a deep breath. And on your exhale, I want you to send that exhale down the anchor. And I want you to feel yourself remain more protected, more grounded, safer. I want you to take one more deep inhale. And when you exhale, I want you to relax 10% more and let your nervous system just calm down. If you're adjusting your body or yawning, great. Let yourself calm down. Take one more inhale, and I want you to inhale trust. And on the exhale, I want you to let go of any overthinking, any stress, any anxiety, fear, just letting it go. Now imagine if you're sitting in that boat that you can just grab some water and you can just rub it over your face. From the sea, we're just scooping our hands and we're just rubbing it over our face, rubbing it over our head, the back of our neck, our body, and we're just feeling refreshed. We're feeling a new sense of calm, a new sense of trust in this process. Everything that is shifting, everything that is happening is for our highest good. I want you to know that you can call your guides for support anytime. You can imagine yourself in that boat and you can set that anchor. You can allow yourself to breathe deep and slow as you reconnect with your trust, as you reconnect with yourself, and as you reconnect with your sense of calm. And that will influence all of the energies around you. Giving yourself gratitude for the changes, for being here, for your guides, the universe supporting this chapter closing and opening. I want you to take one last inhale, love, gratitude, and exhale, letting go of anything else that needs to go. When you're ready, you can bring some gentle movement back into the body. You can open your eyes and welcome back into the space. I hope you didn't hear my alarm going off. I'm sorry. Um, That's that. I'm going to leave you there. We're not going to do a list. We're not going to do the pause game. We're not going to do the other things that we normally do because, again, this is an eclipse season. It's a different energy. So we're going to do a different thing. But I really would suggest, especially if your sun, moon, or rising sign is Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, or Sagittarius, you should definitely watch the Virgo season workshop. It is also pay what you can, but it's a Virgo season eclipse energy conversation. I don't go so into the eclipses because I have this eclipse workshop and we'll have more when we have the eclipses. But for all of the mutable energies, which is Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo, the four of you, if it's your sun, moon, or rising, the four of those placements are really, really going to be working with this energy heavily. That's because Saturn has entered Pisces for the last time and will be there until November in retrograde and then forward until February. He will leave. So we are working with this energy for the last time in our lives. This is a very big last chapter moment. And anyways, I would strongly suggest, and you can pay whatever you want. It's pay what you can. It also comes with a downloadable workbook. I'll post the link below, but please go and watch the Virgo season workshop. Okay. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Please subscribe, like I know it's annoying to ask, but so many people watch this and they're not all subscribed, and it really helps this channel grow. This is my business. So like if you're here, please do it. I love you. I'll see you very soon. Ciao.